Hello friends, welcome to the channel. Bob here again with a video. This is Mortal Online 2. Yeah, I haven't, like, videos obviously been in fairly short supply recently. Health's just been not particularly good. Not particularly good today, but I've been kind of wanting to get this going for a little while, and I wanted to do like a video or something on it. So yeah, this is Mortal Online 2, which is this is closed beta now. There was a stress test beta, but that's gone. So when I kind of bought the game, as it were. It's a PvP focused game, which I haven't really played for quite some time, to be honest. When I played Ultra Online, I was all about PvP, and I played Shadowbane and a couple of others. But yeah, nowadays not so much. But I found it quite interesting. I quite like the dark kind of medieval fantasy setting, and there's a couple of other interesting things as well that I really like the looks of. So today what I'm going to try and do is play or build like a mage, but like a proper mage essentially. So we're going all in on magery, because I thought that might be quite interesting, and I think it kind of fits in with the theme of how you learn your skills as well. Before I start, I want to thank Bill Bonte, who is a Mortal Online 2 player. I had a little chat with him, and I'm kind of following a guide of his. He's done some guides on mages primarily, but also explains a bit more about how stats work. So that's the first thing that we're going to get into, is the character creation, because it's really interesting. You know, I'm not sure if other games, MMOs that I've played in the past don't do this. I haven't done this. I'm not sure if others have done it that I haven't played. Maybe that's why it seems interesting to me. But depending on your race, or clade or clad, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, and things like your height and your weight and your bloodline and all sorts of other things, all this sort of stuff changes your stats. So I'm going all in on a mage, or as it's known, a Fatmage, basically. So we're looking at Ogmere first of all. So what I'm basically looking at doing is getting the highest intelligence and psych stats that I can, or I can get potentially, because the number in the bracket here is the highest potential. I think Ogmere seems to have a lot of con as well, so maybe that's why they're favoured, because you can get quite a lot of hit points. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at, is getting these. Because when you're in the game, you use skills and your attributes go up, essentially. So we're looking at getting this number here to its highest potential. For bloodlines, if you go all Hergar, as you can see, so the potential maximum is going up here. I might have to just probably do that, yeah. Yeah, so as you're changing things, the potential maximums are going up. Attributes, this is another interesting one. As you age, you get smarter, I guess. More wise, but obviously physically things go downhill a bit, as I have discovered as I've got older. So as you can see, this is increasing and decreasing our potential maximums, which is a good thing. These things I'm following here are mostly based on what Bill Bonte's guide. So I'll try and leave a link to his guide. It's on the Steam community page. Yeah, I'll try and remember to do that in the video. So I think we're looking at not being particularly dexterous or strong. We're going to be focusing on hit points and damage, I think. So we're looking at kind of maximising some stats, or attributes as they call them, before we start. So I probably should have done shift. I'm not sure what you can get up to a maximum of. Okay, so you can actually put 115 points into Constitution, which has really chucked us some serious hit points from the start, which is not a bad thing. Yeah, so I'm just kind of looking at the guide. Yeah, Bill Bonte recommends maxing con, so I'm assuming that's what that means by maxing con. And then for the other points, I'm not sure. I guess I should just balance that out. I'm not sure. if that's the correct thing to do. But maxing constitution seemed to be the way to go at the start. Things like size and stuff also kind of. So like if I've got a, let's have a look. Yeah, height hasn't really done much there. So we've maxed constitution, and then I guess intelligence and psych will be two things that we'll be working on. Because when you go into the game, you also get a bit like Ultra Online, where you use skills, and as you use skills, your kind of attributes go up. So it kind of works in the same way. So what we're looking at here is to be a chunker, essentially. So as you can see, as you get bigger, I love the role-playing aspect of this. I think probably, if you're smarter, so you've been sitting around studying for quite a long time. So you sit around eating, I'm going to assume, as I do. And let's have a look at the hair thing. No, I didn't realise that these guys could have some hair. Let's have this long, strange hair, but we'll have white, I reckon. It looks really weird. Crack size, okie doke. Right, fair enough. Okay. I'd like to have like a white skin to go over his white hair. That'd be quite interesting. But no, so yeah, so as you can see, we can have beards. Thank God for that. Okay. There we go. Eye colour, kind of almost not really important, as our bloke is not particularly attractive anyway. Yeah, but this is one thing I like about the character creator, is the way that you adjust things, and there's kind of, it does feel like a logical reason. You know, if you've been sitting around studying for a long time, less active, yeah, you're smarter, but you're also less fit. So I think these numbers I'm looking for, 136 intelligence and 120 psych, they're kind of like the maximums that I can achieve. And then when we get in game, we'll be raising them up. It's interesting. I have to confess, I'm still not 100% sure how the attributes work, because the points that I picked here don't correspond here. But I guess, I guess when you do that, it increases your base. So some of the stuff you do increases your base, and it also increases your potential. Haven, which is the first. I'm not sure if we can. Let's just nick a Lord of the Rings name. Can't create him. That could potentially be something to do with the first name. It's always a problem with the first name. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so you can. It's funny how, I'm not quite sure why, but maybe it's a nightmare for the database or something. But most MMOs don't let you have a 3-letter name. There you go. So enter Haven. So this guide or this video is going to be about kind of creating a like a pure mage almost, and and as I said, I'll leave the link to the guide that I'm looking at, keeping an eye on. And we'll go from here. So I think let's just let the things load in a bit. So very short. So what you'll find is that you've got I've gone back characters. I'm not sure if this affects your points anyway, so I'm going to be careful. So there are some tutors around who teach you stuff. So we'll definitely do the magic one, obviously. Magic schools. So we will unlock magic schools. Okay, so we've learned some magic skills. There is a guy here that a magic vendor that sells your spell book first of all. Your basic spell book for 1 gold. He also sells components for your spells and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around. What I need to do, as I said, like I quite like the way that you kind of learn stuff from books, particularly as a mage. So what I need to do first of all is earn some cash to do that. And there are a number of ways of doing that. You can go out and kill some mobs. You can do some gathering, you can do some mining, you can do some chopping, you can do whatever you like essentially. But I need to start earning some gold to start buying books and stuff, to learn my skills and become a better mage. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and I'll come back to the video as that progresses. Hello, welcome back to the video. So it really is a great looking game. I really do like the game. That's one of the reasons why I kind of picked it up. I just watched a couple of videos and I like the style, like the art style. Just down there's a graveyard. There's a haven, which is the starter town. Just down there you got your local graveyard. Very EverQuest, very Ultra Online-ish. Oops. He just hurt himself. Yeah, well, you can go and kill some mobs and stuff. I'm currently trying to do it kind of like the Fatmage way, essentially. Hitting zombies with a sword, no thank you. So I'm going around picking up flowers or herbs or whatever to sell. These wolf brush seem to be abundant, but the only problem is they don't have a value. So I'm not sure if it's something that I need to do something with to sell. I need to do something with them before I sell them. I'm not too sure. That's something that I'll look into. But I'm trying to earn I'm trying to earn my way in the game first of all by just collecting flowers and stuff. Because swinging a sword might just be too much for me and I might keel over. And one thing I noticed is that I've got 130 attribute points to spend. But to max out my psych and intelligence, I need, what's that, 70, 156 is that? It looks like. So I'm not sure if at some point I need to put my constitution going down. So I can get those extra points to max out these two stats. I'm not 100% sure. That's something that I'll learn as I go along. But anyway, yeah, I'm picking flowers and stuff. And hopefully I'll be able to buy my first book shortly, and we can see how that works, reading a book to learn skills and stuff. But I really do like looks of the game. Bill Bonte's guide kind of mentions picking certain flowers in certain areas. I think the problem with that is that you're kind of jumping straight into the world where you probably just keep dying. So yeah, wolf brush, I'm not sure I'm going to pick up any more of those until I learn like what I need to do with them. It seems as though you get different flowers and whatever it is spawn in different areas. So woods have got certain ones, mountains have got certain ones. But the ones mentioned on the guide I can't find in this mountainous region. But it might just be because it's a starter area. Maybe I should just go into the proper world, PvP. And if you get ganked, you get ganked. Because it's going to happen at some point. You know, not only am I playing a character who's very slow and big boned, but I'm 50, so my PvP reaction skills are probably going to be 0. So maybe that's what we'll do. But I'll see what I can do here for an hour or so from a collecting and from a goal point of view, and I can kind of advise you on what to do. Hello, welcome back to the video. So we're in the library, which is in the northern part of Haven, the starter town, and this is the librarian. I do love the style, the art style. It just feels a bit more realistically gritty to me. I'm not quite sure if that's just because it's a... I'm not sure who the developers are, if they're European. Maybe that's kind of where their influence is coming from. Maybe because it's PvP, it feels a bit darker and grittier. Talking of which, I do recommend turning off the general tab. You know, I know there are a lot of, what should we say, stereotypes for PvP players, but yeah, reading the general, or what is supposed to be the help channel, yeah, it becomes a bit boring very quickly. So the librarian has got the first book we need, which is reading. Description, text, nothing. So it's quite interesting because in my first character I made some mistakes just buying books I didn't need, but it sounded like I needed them. So yeah, I'd like a bit more description here as to what this is all about. But I'm assuming let's not buy it right now. Let's try and have a look at character statistics, titles. I need to spend my gifts as well, my first gifts that I haven't done yet. What am I looking for? I do apologise. I probably should have done all this before, shouldn't I? Character sheet. Character. Nope. Skills. Okay. So we've got our action skills, which generally seem to contain all of our combat skills, plus some other bits and pieces. Profession skills, which I haven't really looked at yet. Extraction, I guess, is... No, it doesn't seem to be. Alchemy. Nope. Veteran points, nothing there yet. Okay, so magic schools. So I've got the basics because I went to the trainer, essentially. I was just looking to see if there's anything that jumps out with regards to like reading, mental training. No, nothing there. You've not learned this skill. Okay, so I wonder where reading is. Is reading a profession? It doesn't matter. I'm just kind of looking for my own benefit, really. It doesn't seem to be. No. So let's see what happens. So I guess this is real back to basics. You know, we like the guy that I'm following has got a list of books to kind of read and to read them in order. Apparently, you can kind of read books partially and fully as well. I'm not quite sure what that means. I'm not sure if you start reading the book and then you get like a progress bar, or if you start reading the book and you just leave it going and then it tells you when you finish reading the book as you learn certain skills. I'm not 100% sure, so it's going to be quite interesting. But I've gone out, I've picked some plants, I've sold my plants, and we're going to buy our book. Okay, so right click to start training. Okay, right click to start training. So on the guide for some of the books it says read fully, etc. So it's been interesting to see you start training. Okay, so it looks like that is now ongoing. I'm not sure if you can see. I'm not sure where you would see the progress of that. Oh, you've learned a new skill, reading. Okay. So, what does that mean? Reading increased to 31. Okay. So again, I think I said in the previous video, I think the game does need a bit of guidance. Like, where is reading? I can't seem to find it here. Reading is not a reading. There we go. Oh, so skim reading. So that means that you can just read books quicker, I guess. So, see, I'm not sure if that's now finished. I've read the book and I've increased my reading. And that's it. I mean, as I said, for some books on the guide, it says read fully or not. I didn't really get an option there. It's just reading, and it's increased my skill. I'm not sure if I'm continuing to study that book. It's not telling me that. So, but we'll hang on a sec. Did something else? Did I get some? Ah, so I'm reading. Something happened there, didn't it? As I was reading, that was 30 something. Now it's okay. So I'm still reading basically. So I'm still learning the reading skill. So this is something that's happening over time. Now, can I go and do other stuff while I'm reading this book? I'm not sure, but I will do. Yeah, it tells you here increases the amount of knowledge you get from reading books. Okay. I'm sorry, this is a real newbie guide, but that's kind of what it's supposed to be. I've never played this game before, so we're just we're just going along. So I will now go and I could probably buy some other books actually. I've got 20 silver left. Let's go and check it out. He's crafting librarian. Wow, that's some hair. Magic librarian. Okay, let's have a look. Ecumenical spells. which is this one. That's 10 silver. Just having a look to see. I do really like the way that the book thing works. So ecumenical spells would be our next one, and then mental training. Interesting. I'm reading the guide and I'm trying to, yeah, so like I'm continuing to read the book basically. So I'm studying the book at the moment and my skill is going up. For the next two books, it's got order of, yeah, it gives you, I like it because it gives you an order of reading. So ecumenical spells is the next one. It says read fully, unless you get the Dominate 1 book, which Dominate 1 book seems to be in like a jungle camp, which I don't know where that is. So I will go through this. So yeah, so I'm going to buy this because this is going to be our second book, and I guess I need to read that I'm not sure what the maximum is for my reading skill, but I'll find out. But I really like this progression. I know some people will go, well, I should go out and kill things and watch my skills go up, but you can still do that, you know, because you need money to spend on these books. So you go out and you kill things to earn the money. You know, it's really interesting, particularly for a mage. You know, I think that learning skills through like reading is a really, really good idea. And I can't, and obviously like Project Gorgon, you get skill books and you learn skills that way. But I quite like this fact that you're almost having to kind of read it's over a period of time. I mean, I would quite like it if maybe you had to just sit still and do it, although that might be too much for some people. But yeah, I've got more books to buy, so I will look out. I'm kind of tempted to go bang into the game, but as soon as I'm a newbie and I literally will not be able to fight off anyone, maybe I should stick around Haven for a bit, at least till I get some skills. Yeah, that might be an idea. Anyway, I'll be back. Hello guys, welcome back. I know this stuff probably bores the crap out of some of you. You're not interested in this kind of thing in this sort of game, but I think the game really does textures very well. I love like these little hills and cliffs and stuff. Quite real, quite photorealistic almost. I think they do it really, really well, and like the foliage, plants, and flowers and stuff. There's a little keep over there which I'm going to go and investigate. I'll probably die, but there you go. But exploring the world is just one of those things that, yeah, it's really, really good. I've noticed something with regards to reading. I noticed there's a little book icon down here, and this is the book I'm currently training, and it's going to take 71 point whatever hours. And it says it will train even when you're offline. So I'm assuming it means that's actual real time 71 hours. And I just leave that going. And every now and again I get a little increase. My reading's now up to 100. But you also get stat increases. So I gained a point in intelligence, which is taken out from my attribute point pool. So yeah, I mean, I really like the way they've done that. I know it won't be for everyone, because maybe you want to gain your skills while you're out fighting, but that's something that you're kind of doing anyway, right? The fighting is just all about, or gathering, or whatever it is you're doing is all about collecting gold to buy your skills. I haven't found, I want to go down here and see that little valley there. It's so explorable, and that section over there looks really good. The only thing I'm hoping is that, I mean, this game is still in beta. This is closed beta at the moment. What I'm hoping is that even though it's a PvP game, is one of the big factors. I'm hoping that the PvE side of it is still interesting and well populated. As I said, the game is still in development, but while I'm running around in the world here, I know it's a newbie island, but I haven't come across anything really apart from some pigs and a couple of deer. So yeah, if the world's kind of just empty, that will probably take the gloss off of it a bit. but I'm not going to go down there. That looks like a death trap. Yeah, that'll be a shame. But as I've said, but it's a great world to explore, and I think they've really done the texturing and the world building is really nice. And I've also discovered that this is how our books work. You just leave them going essentially. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so we've made it to the keep or castle or whatever you want to call it on the on the coast here. I'm not quite sure what's in it. We'll go and have a look. I might die, but the sun's just come up. There's a moon here that's got a massive crater in it. I have to look at some of the lore actually, but yeah, it's great looking game. Kind of, I feel very Mediterranean. I think. I mean, what I might do afterwards is just walk along the coast here, see what sites I can find. I haven't really found like a gold mine from a gathering point of view yet. I found these so far. The best ones are Lysimachia avernsis, arvensis seems to be the plant that sells for the most. Yeah, but they're quite rare, so I haven't really found a plant yet is a big money spinner. But I'll keep looking. Maybe there'll be a little grove or something of those at some point. They're quite easy to spot. They're not these blue plants here. They're fairly obvious when you see them. There's a red one as well, which again is quite rare. So I'm not sure if this keep is owned by someone, like some NPCs and stuff. If you go to the... oh, there we go. Okay. Been depleted, so I should need to look out for that white flower as well. I'm not sure if the keep is manned by NPCs, a bit like the graveyard, but it looks very imposing, very impressive. I get very, as I said, very Mediterranean feel, very Mediterranean coastal feel. I'm finding at the moment. There is a humanoid. Oh dear, there's a humanoid. It looks like is it a player? I'm not sure. What the hell? Can't even walk up the stairs properly, my bloke. I think he's just a player. Wow, look at this. This is awesome. It's great when you find a new game and there's some great things to explore. I don't see too many mobs here. I'm assuming there's probably going to be mobs here at some point. I might be running away. The thing I found with the zombies in the graveyard is that as soon as they aggro you, they just follow you to the ends of the earth until you run out of stamina and die, or you kill them. I wonder what's over the banister here. More stairs descending down. Okay, this might be a dungeony type place, I guess. Oh, hello. Oh, a priest. Okay. Oh, so you can set a priest as your home. So I'm guessing you're going to die at some point because they've put a resurrection point there. Let's go and have a quick look. Just to sate our curiosity. Weirdly, I found that I finished reading the book. This is only a short period after the previous part of the video. I've gained 3 intelligence, which is quite nice. But I finished reading the book, so obviously it's not 71 hours. It's not even 71 in-game hours because it's only a new day's only just dawned. So I don't quite know what's going on there. Maybe because my reading skill's higher. Oh, hello. Whoa. What was going on there? Was it going to zone me into some place? Let's have a look. Oh no, look at that. Look how dark it's gone. Wow, that's scary. Wow. Oh, this game's dripping atmosphere. Look at that. I think this got some of the best atmospheric lighting I think I've ever seen in an MMO. I love the way the little bits of fire just dripping off that onto the floor, little sparks. I'm looking at my recording, and my recording is a bit brighter. Like in the actual game, it's a bit darker. So this lighting has even more of an impact. Wow. Oh my god. I just hear some screaming. You probably couldn't hear it. It was quite faint even in my headphones. Wow. Okay, so it's got even darker. He smokes. There's a chandelier there, look. Wow. This looks beautiful. The stairway is pitch black. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking of. Okay. I think that's probably... I need to get back to... Getting sidetracked is the worst thing. I'm terrible for that. I can't even get out now. It's that dark. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that at some point this might be a dungeon, you know, when you get mobs and stuff here. But it's quite bare. I'm not sure if it's the same... It's quite bare of things to do from a PvP aspect at the moment. But this is only... As I said, this is beta and it's only the first island. The newbie island. So, yeah. I'll be back. Hello, welcome back to the video. So I thought I'd end the video with a couple of scenery shots. This is a little bit further along the coast. Looking back to the keep there. I just noticed there's some more land down there, so I might go and have a look. But that's a really nice shot. Over this way, I found some NPCs, some mobs and stuff. I've literally got no way to defend myself at the moment. I've got a sword, but yeah, that's not going to happen. There's another little ruin a bit further along the coast there, as you can see. But yeah, it feels. I love. It feels very Mediterranean, as I've said probably 2 or 3 times now. This kind of evokes a little ruin down there as well. I guess these ruins are maybe little pockets of mobs for fighting. Depending on, considering how I'm raising my skills, I'm not quite sure if fighting has much of an impact with regards to raising the skills. You know, will my magic skills go up much when I'm casting them, when I'm using spells in combat or whatever it may be? I'm really not sure. I definitely want to get down here to explore. It really evokes like holidays in Italy and stuff. If you've ever lucky enough to have been to such a place, super duper. Yeah. Anyway, like this has been. It's weird. Obviously this is Haven, you know, the newbie zone. But it's been so relaxing. You know, I found it really quite therapeutic just wandering around looking at plants and picking them. I know that if I was on the mainland, I probably would have died about 1,000,000 times. And then while my cold corpse was lying on the floor, someone would maybe have farted on my head. That's generally how these games go. But yeah, I've enjoyed exploring, and I've really enjoyed just going around examining some of the plants and stuff. Oops. I also quite like the way that they do skill raises as well. A bit like another game that I can't think of at the top of my head at the moment, where like I tasted a plant and I got some skills and I started raising some skills for it, which was quite interesting. So yeah, there's all these little ways of learning new skills as well. I haven't found a gold mine of plants to sell for you know, for a load of gold, but I've certainly got it's funny, I didn't realise that the books were I'm a bit confused by the books when it says 71 hours to learn, but then a short time after that I finished reading the book. I'm not sure if I've missed something there. This is lovely. Yeah, I'm not sure if I missed something there, but I need to kind of look into that, obviously. I'm not sure if it's because I increased my reading skill first. That meant that I just went through the book quicker, but you thought that would have been reflected within the timer here. So I'm not quite sure what's happened there, but I'll work it out. anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to carry on exploring, picking plants. I've still got some books to learn, but this has been the first video in a little guide on starting a pure mage if you want to do it. If you can't be bothered to watch any more of these videos as they come up, then I'll leave the link to the ongoing guide that Bill Bonte is creating. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching.